Allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar, just they get it higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in
all classes. You know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name.
Hello there.
Ayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayegun dayari ayébi number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Ayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Ayegun dayari ayébi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Ayegun dayari ayébi number one.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. As they say now, pressure tiwa. This is the last few days before their elections. So share this.
Ayegun diary politico. Godfatherism.
Remi Tinubu, the wife of Bola Tinubu, the APC, Egbekebese presidential candidate that is, fighting the toughest battle of his political life, just dropped something which happened to be the rider of this broadcast. But guess what? That is just a rider. If you read the caption of the broadcast, it is more detailed, okay? Because there are other battles going on. And it seems like everybody believes that this is the final week. Now we can no longer keep the mask on anymore. Take everything off, right? It is happening. Yes, churches, churches, mosques, clerics, Islamic cleric, pastors, they are now just leaving the fence now, and they are coming public with why they are going for those they are going for. So I have some details in this broadcast for you. So share it if you are joining us now.
Lórí Facebook, and yes, we like Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like
Thank you very much. Let's start so that we will have enough time, possibly to take phone calls tonight. Okay. So if you have read the caption of the broadcast, where Kalu's wife told a gathering of women, where she was, talking about her husband and all that, right? She said her husband is a very generous man, that he is not as rich as many of you think, all right? That even recently, she had to beg the wife of Shettima for 2 million naira. Okay. Well, that could be a political statement. In fact, that statement of taking 2 million naira from Shettima's wife on their trip to go and campaign, or Shettima's wife providing 2 million naira that she needed, right, after she asked her husband, might be true. But it is also a lie, right, known with criminal politicians, because Remi is also a politician. She's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. She's among those who are earning that illegal 30 million naira a month from all allowances and all that. She's one of them, right? She is the sole distributor, should I say sole supplier of diesel, all the diesel that the Lagos State government needs for their generator powered street lights across Lagos. She had to supply all that. Her stepdaughter, Folashade Tinubu, is the Yaloja of the entire Lagos, all Lagos markets. In fact, when this wahala of old notes, new notes started, she was seen donating 10 million naira cash in bag to one of the support groups that helped her dad to organize the Kano rally. All of these are in the open, they are not secrets. But Remi chose the usual political cunning way. And if you can see, I'm going to play you the video. If you can see from treasury and then fraud, in this sense, if I should let you see the video. In fact, I should let you see the video first before we go to the details, and then we'll go deeper as the time will permit, right? Let's start with this.
Continue to go in the trenches. But how do I do it? By being kind to people. That was the secret. Ashiwaju's secret is not about money. Contrary to what people think, he's a very compassionate man. I can tell you that. And generous. There's nothing he cannot give. There's nothing he cannot give. Ashiwaju, does Ashiwaju really handle money? Not really. I will tell you, I remember after I finished as governor, we used to have this staff at home. If you need anything, he would say, go and meet so and so. I said, how would I be collecting money from your staff? He said, that's where I collect too. If you like to, fine, And that is who he is. When people say about money, I just say, T.G. Jakes was the one who said that people's expectations of you, God will make it a reality. Amen. When they say he owns the money of the world, I just wonder. Mr. Shettima knows that. I will beg him, before we went to Kano yesterday, I was begging him just to give me 2 million naira. I begged, at the end of the day, when he even gave me, I forgot it. Because it was Mr. Shettima who went to the house to pick it up for me. I packed it, but it was very late. You know, even today, if you had asked us to give you anything, if I have anything in my bag, maybe 150,000, that's what is there. But and I keep telling people, it's not about money. The crowd you see in the rally is not about money. It's somebody they believe that can give them hope in these trying times. Hope is, why do we hope at all? If we don't hope as human beings, then we are not worth living. We wake up every morning hoping that this day will be better. Is it a lie? And that's why when he came up with this slogan, I thought in my mind, yes, everyone has to renew their hope. Continue to go.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take India.
Did you see how sweet she was cooking the lie and all of that stuff? Yeah? Right. But you all know that that's real lies, Abby? Or you don't? Well, it doesn't really matter. She said that it's not all about money. Does Ashiwaju even see money? Does he even touch money? I mean, why would he have to touch money before you can see and say, well, he's got money? Like I said, his daughter is the Yaloja of the entire Lagos state, collecting taxes from all traders. It doesn't really matter whether you are on the roadside selling anything, you will pay tax, not just to the government, but you will pay to Tinubu's daughter. Yes. Or else they will shut you down, or they can shut the entire market because of non-compliance. That's for his daughter and that woman's step daughter. The stepson, Sheyi, is the head of all advertising, outdoor advertising, what do you call it? Taxes goes through Sheyi. Now, you see the chain of, Sheyi is stepson to Remi. So if you see any advert placed anywhere in Lagos, billboard, big ones and all that stuff, every penny they pay, every penny those agencies pays, they go through Sheyi. That's true. Not just that. Their papa that wants to be president, Tinubu, every penny made in Lagos. If you make every penny you make in Lagos and then the government of Lagos takes a tax from it, his own company is the company that collects all the taxes in Lagos State for the government of Lagos State with an agreed and arranged 30% that goes straight to him. Now, it doesn't have to go to Tinubu. Do you get that now? But he was able to do that when he was a governor. And he maintained it as his inheritance being the former governor. Today, they are saying it. He built Lagos, is the one who did this or that. But ask them, like, what exactly did he build between 1999 and 2007? But guess what? They will say, but he gave them Fashola. He gave them Ambode. He's made a lot of people. That is where the generosity part comes from. So majority of those who will tell you why they are supporting a sick man, they will tell you he's a very generous man. There's nothing he cannot give. In fact, when I met him, he changed my life. Do you get that? He was very generous. A serious drug lord who knows that if you want to keep your base, then you mustn't chop alone. As they say, they chop alone. So it is his time to now chop outside Lagos. So that's your drama, that it doesn't have money. I don't think that's going to really sell. When indeed, one of the reasons why we are having this kind of problems that you are facing in Nigeria right now is simply because he, a bullion van man, and people like him are being accused of stockpiling the higher denomination of Nigeria 1,000 naira notes and 500 naira notes in preparation for this election. And since, give me 1 second though.
They might have banks. Of course, they have governors, state governors. In each state, you have branches of those banks, and in some states, you have even the national headquarters of those banks. On one hand, we thought they would take all the billions to the government houses and so on. But when we realized these same governors were abusing their leaders, insulting them, I was shocked. I never thought some of them would come out and abuse Buhari to that level. I never thought they would do it. On one hand, I was pleasantly surprised that facts are coming out. And we begin to wonder what is wrong with them. And maybe EFCC was right that some governors are keeping billions, 22 billion naira in their compounds across the country. Now the policy has made that looted money completely useless. I think that's why they are angry. It's not that they like or they love their people, because there is no evidence anywhere to show that. So we are so happy on that note that the monies that they collected for people to be in a better condition in terms of health, education, security, and so on, now the money is completely zero, expect. And I think all agencies in this country should keep their eyes on that. And I want to assure you that our party is going to assist the federal government, especially on the election day. Please tell your members, our own members, members of the NNPP, to join EFCC, to join the police and other security agencies, that wherever you see them trying to buy votes, please help them in confusing.
We'll come back to that. Talking about the money, somebody said that it is a lie that Sheyi is not the head of, what do you call it, the organization called LASA. Oh. So until Sheyi Tinubu is called the leader of LASA, that is when you can actually believe those who actually run the agency for real. Okay. If that makes you feel, you say you are a stakeholder, Sheyi has his own agency. Of course, I know Sheyi has his own agency. And then we run the agency that actually run other agencies. LASA. And who do you think LASA answer to? Lagos State government. See, Baba, that's fine. Right. The whole wahala started simply because they said the policy of Bokuwari to phase out old money is going to make you hate them. Right? However, it's not because they don't have or they won't have access to the new money. Yeah? But they didn't want this rapid change of money to happen before election. It can happen after the elections. They said you have... do you get what I mean now? So they said you have... how do I put that? You have stockpiled stolen cash. And nobody steals and stockpile 100 naira or 200 naira. They would have to do it in naira denomination. You get that? Baba, the only people that now became more angrier are not opposition, who are supposed to claim that maybe they are using it to target them, but they don't probably have billions stockpiled like these guys. So they raise more alarm. So the act of... what do you call it? The act of, is generous, is coming from the pool of taxing. It's called the rent seeking, collecting rent. The only thing Tinubu does for Lagos is to collect rent. Well, good enough that the likes of Fashola came, and the likes of Ambode came, and they could have one or two things to point at and say, well, because of this. But when the man continued to say he saved Lagos State from the Atlantic Ocean, how? But his idea, he didn't do that. You get what I mean now? But when they continue to repeat that, it started sounding like it's true. But you know, those who are actually propagating that, they are those Oceans, miscreants, all right? That would rather ascribe other people's possible achievement to a man who only take rent and seek rent. And if you are in Lagos, listen, let me tell you something. For those who are in Lagos very well, all right? And then, what do you call it? The resources generated, which is like just taking tax. There's something they call, if you are paying your taxes regularly, as they are declaring huge taxes, yeah? If it's in this part of the world, right? There will be time that they will give a tax refund or tax return or something like that to businesses. You know what I mean? Tax cuts for businesses and say, wow, you've paid so much taxes enough that we'll actually like give you a cut so that you can, you know what I mean? There's nothing like that in Lagos. It has never been, and it will never be. Because the job is just that they exist to take rent. And when you compare what they will point out and say, we built that, we did that. When you compare that with the resources that they actually garnered, then you realize that you have been so fooled for so long. But some loves it too. They loved it. It's just that the lies won't actually change the truth, in my own opinion. No. So what happened after? APC governors, they are now, through El Rufaya, they are now fighting a proxy war and then claiming to be fighting for the people that APC, suppressed, oppressed, and brutalized, and even killed for 7.5 years. So that's where the conversation around money, you see, the crowd that you are seeing, we don't even have money to give them because Ashiwaju has no money. I mean, anyway, the greed of the few that is now affecting majority is spreading faster. Riots here and there. In Shagamu today, it was, they had to bring out their soldiers. At a point, the soldiers, according to the people, had to beg the people because they were still given the order of go and calm down. You know what happened? APC, Egbekebe's governors, you know what they did? They started releasing all of these old Naira notes. The people that couldn't put together a sort of a welfare system for the people of Yoruba land, for example, Ogun State. So, are you with me? Their governor, in this old wahala of money and old money, new money, decided to start sharing the old money to the members of his political party. They are confused. Where do we take the money to? Who is going to collect it from us? Unsure. But this money has been lying in the government house. God knows for how many years now. It's only been governor for 3 years, 3.5 years. But imagine how much that has been governor for 3.5 years, stockpiled in the government house in Okemoson, in Abeokuta, that this change of money affected him, and he is a member of the political party that is ruling the country, that changed the money, and also implementing this policy. Yeah? Right. So some said that alternatively, if they are not going to let them access the old money and use your old money, I'm using the old money now because it's now old money. It's illegal now. The old 500 and 1,000 naira notes are illegal. So what people are now saying is that in the absence of, in case of incasity, in case if the Supreme Court says they should listen to Bokwari and the money is now illegal. Or if Bokwari finally start doing thing, having planted doubts in your mind about the money, a lot of you don't want the money anymore. Anyway, you know that you don't want it and you just want somebody to take them away from you. Now, what they are now saying is that if that old note is not going to be valid in buying your votes on Saturday, then they will print the new note themselves. Shebuari stupid. That's what they said. They said, does Buhari think is stupid, Abi? Then they will print their own money. Now, there is a voice note, unverified, all right? But because I have a video that is now showing that what this person said in this audio is actually happening now, right? I'll let you listen to it first. Now, in the audio, right, the person who said that he was a member of House of Representatives, and he has it. He has it on on a very good authority that politicians in Nigeria, especially APC, they have actually printed the new notes, but they are fake. A lot of you haven't seen it, so you probably would never really be able to differentiate. So during your elections, right, there are agents who have money, new notes, and the new notes are mostly like going to be fake. They are also bringing their what they call their fake printed dollars too, when they will tell you that one is okay for you, right? I mean, somebody said something about it, and I think you should.
My people, my name, now Honorable Tony Wolo. I be former House of Rep member. I say, make I tell you now, everybody shine your eye for this election. I have been they don't reliably tell me, say, a lot of people where they contest election don't go print fake money. This 1,500, they don't print them well. I take God beg you, on election day, if they give you 1,500, any money where they, even dollar, no gree collects. Now fake full market to me where they here, I don't even know how many times I don't see the 1,000 naira or 500 self to even recognize the one where be original and fake. And they know say that day, you no go carry tester or any of these things where they use know which one be fake and which one be real. Fake money don't come market to. I say make I warn you now. You know say this one, the people where they give this one was pass armed robbers. Armed robber go collect your thing. Go. But these ones go give you fake money when they don't collect your vote. Means say they won't make you go jail. And you know say our constitution talk say if they catch you with fake money, if they bab you with fake money, bros, na sango bidato, na sanko straight up, and then go sangolo you, well. Then go sangolo you for sanko, una know how they be. Hold your ear, anybody will give you money, they know say you no go dictate them on time. They know say you no go dictate them on time. The money don't full markets. Me no go even fit dictate them. You no go dictate them. Money where you never see how many times. Now you won't go collect, even dollar. It don't full. The fake one be like the original one. You go see hologram. You go think say no. You go even see that shiny thing. Idem. You know say our people talk say now fly. We no sabi something. They follow dead body, enter grave. And grasshopper will be deaf and dumb. Na in train the jam. Shebi una know. This matter why I bring come now. That the same thing where they make cripple. See say cloud don't they change, you go take off before the rain go beat them. Now why we know the two see cripple under rain? Oh your ear, warn yourself before you go begin chop beans when no done for Sanko. Police go catch you. Police go catch you. If you go carry down with fake money enter markets, they catch you, they go stone you. I say make I warn you now. I beg, pass this around. Anybody where they anywhere, every village, I beg, interpret them to your people, interpret them for your dialect. Tell them say the people where they bring money, this money never even to circulate for somebody to begin to use them to dash anyhow. Person where one dash and no even get. Now fake money they don't go collect. Now fake money they don't go collect. No go talk say I didn't know. You go nowadays inside Sanko, they call the man for phone. He go, when he don't win the election, he go tell you, yes, my boy, yes, my boy. Immediately I'm sworn in. I will make sure you're released. I'll make sure I have just spoken to the IG of police. Nah, lie. You don't even get area commander number. This is a way that now Bobo, you go there, you go there Sanko for 4 years. Oh, when he tell you don't finish renew, and they go there Sangolo you. No talk say they no want you. Reject that money. Oh, that money na fake. Money where they come market this Saturday na fake. Oh, jump and pass. Tell your papa from village. Tell your mama. Tell your brothers where they for village. As they bring their money, they come. They jump and pass. Leave am with the person who carry am until police carry am. Make you use the mouth. Go explain how it take collect fake money come. Leave their money for them. Oh, don't go collect what you don't know. I don't talk my own. I beg.
Thank you, Jare. Honorable, talk your own. And it's actually useful information. Oh. Sure you get. It simply means if you are participating in their elections and somebody approaches you and say, take money, I've got something for you. It will look fresh, new, mint. Sure you get, eh? Even 200 naira, the new 200 naira note could be fake. Sure you get, even though they said they should let you continue to spend that, Abby. Look at this one. Somebody shared this. I don't know if you have seen it, but I mean, for this broadcast.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Please be very, very careful of this new note money. There is fake people who are printing fake money. These are the fake money. Fake 1,000 naira note. These are the fake 1,000 naira note they are printing, giving people for the POS machine. So please and please be very, very careful. Observe very well. The original 1,000 naira have the Nigerian coat of arms. This fake 1,000 naira doesn't have anything on it. If you check at the back of the 1,000 naira, there is CBN, the root. But inside the main original one is written that CBN 1,000. But this one, they have write it on top of it, back of the 1,000 naira. This is fake note. Please take care of it. There is 500 naira, 1,000 naira, all sorts of note. This new money. So you should be very, very careful, POS operators. Bring that one that has spoiled. The spoiled one. That spoiled one that will suck inside the water. If you suck it inside water, it will be damaged. Instant, as you put it inside water, it will be damaged. It will melt. This is how it melts. This is how it will turn to. So be very, very careful. Open it. Open it. Let me see. Open it. Open it. This is one of the POS operator. They have given this fake money. That people should be very, very careful on this fake money. So they are out now to do people with this fake money. Please and please be careful. Immediately when you put it inside water, the money will melt. Please, if they give you, if you are not clear with it, put it inside water. Carry one of the note, put it inside the water. The money will be melted. Thank you for understanding. Please share as much as you can if you come across of this video. Thank you very much.
That's another useful information to confirm what that person said in that audio. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Eh? What is going on? Like, see, do you sometimes just sit back and just be like, what is wrong with Nigeria gone to your long? What is going on? Eh? How could you do this to the people that you have already traumatized for 7.5 years? Confusion everywhere. Serious one. Now, they've opened the floodgates of fake money. Now, you have to, imagine now, you would have to start almost tearing money apart, even in the banks. Because lawless, selfish, corrupt criminals are in charge of Nigeria. Do you ever think about all of this? Do you ever think about the damages that all of this is actually doing to businesses, like the small businesses that are still surviving Bokwari and APC? Do you ever think of what this whole thing is to them? Eh? Look at this bus conductor. He's improvising already.
Scatter, everything jaga, everything you want moto. Nigeria ti tú. Èmi pọ̀ o. US tó fi wọ mọ́tò. US nìyẹn lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ̀gbọ́n. US. This Nigeria no balance o, ajé. Scatter.
That is the giant of Africa. The crippled giant of Africa. Do you now see why? The rest of the world are actually really laughing at what a joke these people have made Nigeria. Like, hello, this is Nigeria, Abi. Bokwari said, Emefiolele, or Emefiolele, like that guy said in that clip, right? That Emefiole should tell the banks to release back the 200 naira old notes to coexist with the new 200 naira notes, Abi, for another 60 days. What did I tell you? I said they still won't release them. And if they release any of them, you rather never want to touch them. To further open up Nigeria to what you are witnessing right now. Do you ever think of that at all? Or you're just interested in Asiwaju will be our next president, whether you like it or not. Atiku will be our next president, whether you like it or not. Obi will be the next president, do you actually think about these damages for real? To lives, to you? I don't think so. But people are improvising in a way, because even when they go to the bank and they say, okay, give us the old 200 naira notes, the person that got this, I bet would rather never wanted the old notes. We had no choice. Look at Nigeria money.
See how bad this stuff is. Like, the money literally smells. Like, it smells so bad. I just have to wash my, like, after holding this note, I have to wash my hand. Like, the money stinks. See how bad it is. As I'm opening it like this, I can perceive. Jesus. See how bad this stuff is. Like, the money literally smells. Like, it smells so bad. I just have to wash my, like, after holding this note, I have to wash my hand. Like, the money stinks. See how bad it is. As I'm opening it like this, I can perceive. Jesus.
Which can contribute this? I bet that is what most Nigerians are asking themselves now. Okay? Don't lie. Whether you are for APC or PD, whoever you are for, that is actually the lamentation stage some of you are now. Which can contribute this? Talking about people improvising and trying to figure out how they can still get by in this entire man-made economic problems by APC, right? They said if you go to parties in Nigeria now, you are likely going to be given bill of money that is printed, so that if you love to spray money, you are not going to spray Nigeria Naira anymore. They are now printing what they call the party money. So party money is that, let me tell you how they have been talking about improvising. Sure you get. So when you get to the party, the celebrant would have printed different denomination of money. 500, 1,000. Here you get 200 with different designs and different colors to differentiate them. So when you get to the party and you say, I want to, so you will now have to buy the bill. So for example, 500 naira in Nigeria, a bill of that is 50,000 naira. Here you get. So if you get to the party, they will print that 500 naira with different design, 50,000 naira. So instead of you paying them 50,000 naira, you just do transfer or do POS pay or something like that, yeah? And they will give you that paper money. And you can then go and spend that. So I think that happened to somebody who I believe this change of money or no change of money has affected his own trade and his craft. You know this guy?
A wicked spirit of dark.
Sorry. I wanted to check on this guy, sorry.
Ẹni ṣoríire ìlú ti dàrú ọkọ̀ gbogbo yóò ní balẹ̀ ṣẹ́gbẹ́. So na don dey print money. Nobody miss I go buy machine wey dem dey use print money. Na so I go show for Shagamu yesterday. Dem call me for show. Ọmọ ìyá mi dem no spray original money, see money wey dem spray superstar mi ò mele yo. Dem don dey print money for their house o ìjọba ló fà á. Uncle Buhari, where are you? See wetin you cost. Say na original money be this or fake? Ẹni ṣoríire. Ọkọ̀ gbogbo yóò ní balẹ̀ mi náà. I go buy machine, printing machine, money making. Ẹgbẹ́, you no see money. Na this one na fake abi? Dore, this is Dore. Ẹ̀kẹ́ yìí.
As Portable. You know, Portable is famous for not just for his song, but for his own craze and madness and all that, right? However, he kind of enjoys, among other artists in Nigeria that that you do know, right? He enjoys being sprayed money right there on the stage, and people enjoy spraying money as well, a lot of money. And after his show, it would then it will pour the money on the floor, okay? Different denominations, currencies and all that. Then it will, it will something like you could say, wow, this is like 5 million naira or 10 million naira or 20 million naira cash. And whenever after a show like that, it will now take some of the money, carry a small grandpa purse, put some of the money in it. Then he'll start cruising around town, meeting his own fans everywhere, and he will be giving them the money. Is that the money he's going to go and show to them now? That's why he's saying that he will go and print his own money too. He'll go and buy a machine and start printing his own. Which kind of money? Which country is this? That's Nigeria. No thanks to APC. People are suffering, seriously right now. But guess what? Those who are actually are screaming, the APC, that is doing this to you, they are not bold enough to mention the man behind it. That is their leader, Buhari. They couldn't mention his name. So they are looking for those to blame, who to touch, and all of that stuff, just to divert the whole blame. Cowards. You are struggling and suffering right now. And just like when the students were at home for 8 solid months, APC, they were campaigning. What's their business? Buhari was just doing his own thing, like nothing was happening. 8 solid months. Unfortunately, a lot of those who are at home for that 8 months, there are also those who actually want the same APC to continue. Talking about choice and democracy, tell me about it. Anyway, talking about choice and democracy, APC, set the tone for what triggered even further division of Nigeria today. Same faith ticket, Muslim ticket. APC have already divided Nigeria. They've done that. They've done the division of Nigeria through its rhetoric, through tyranny, corruption, ethnic and tribal profiling, and name it. They've done all of that. But nobody expected that they would dare present same faith tickets. It's indefensible, not like in Nigeria. Some said Nigeria hasn't actually arrived to have a Muslim or say a Christian ticket. But others are like, so what? What are you going to do about it? So since then, they have been doing everything to blackmail just everyone. In fact, deviating and at the same time, looking for scapegoat, who to blame for the failure that they have kept quiet on for nearly 8 years. It's not flying. It triggered a different set of arguments. So to say, politically, on the one hand, yeah, you have the angry young population who believe that the old generation, they have done enough damages and they have to go. We have that population. Then we have also the victims of religious persecution, especially up north. No joke. Tens of thousands of people have been slaughtered, killed. And the cause of their death, the violence that they have suffered, especially in the last 7.5 years, have been religiously motivated. All of these are already being buried up north until when everything propagated now. Then they decided to go and bring a Muslim ticket. Because according to them, it's going to be an insult for any presidential candidate in Nigeria to come to the northern Nigeria where you are not a Muslim and campaign. Is an insult. In fact, if you are a Muslim and you decide to choose a Christian, and that Christian is from northern Nigeria, because you are from the south and a Muslim, that is even a further insult. Don't even come closer. Seriously, politically and for power is a different reality from what you and I will be like. Should I be the reason why all this were doing that? Yeah, that's the reason. So they made Kalu to choose Muslim tickets. They started blackmailing those who are non-Muslims as Islamophobic. It is a campaign strategy. They deliberately chose the same faith tickets. They knew what the people's reaction would be. The suffering and then the killings of non-Muslims and the Muslims alike up north has triggered a different conversation in that part, which they trace straight to the leadership, talking about Bokwari enabling terrorists, while people who are the victims of terrorism are languishing inside the refugee camps across northern Nigeria. Nobody was to speak for them. They became just trophies for keep and something to brag off or use or weaponize whenever there is an election. Then surprisingly, you are choosing a Muslim ticket in Nigeria? Really? How you intend to push this? Of course, they had their targets, right? So, when Peter Obi was going to the north, you know what they said? They said Peter Obi wanted to cause problem in Nigeria for going to the Christian communities in northern Nigeria and identifying with them. Going to areas that politically, they have been completely excluded from whatever is northern Nigeria. So those ones started speaking up and they got triggered. APC, Egbekegbe got triggered and they said he is instigating religious politics. He is trying to use religion. That is why he's going to the Christian communities up north. Really? Do you actually have the mouth to raise any objection to anything religious when you choose Muslim? Of course it is APC. They are irresponsible. They never take responsibility for anything. If they do anything, they will have to blame somebody else and say, well, maybe it's because you said I should, maybe because you didn't stop us. You should have stopped us. Or you should have told us that it's not good. Or the tone that you use in telling us that that thing is not good. That is why we are angry with you. We know that what we did is bad, but the way you are saying it, you know what I mean? They will turn it on you. That's what they do. It's just so unfortunate that they have power to start with. So the whole country is divided. In fact, those who are actually Muslims, and they have seen the imbalance in this, and they have seen that Nigeria that is already collapsing, you brought this, even if you manage to rig yourselves and do everything and then you become the president, there's never going to be peace in Nigeria. How are you going to do it? Because you're going to gaslight everyone that will continue to object. Even when you get there, they continue to object to you. What are you going to do? You're going to start targeting them like Bokwari is doing. And how is that going to bring any peace? That's why some people said that once Tinubu is forced and then rigged in whatever they want to do, trust me, Nigeria is finished. It's just sad. There is a Yoruba man. What do you mean? Do you want another person to do? No, I'm just saying that it's going to happen when a Yoruba man buy his way to become the president of Nigeria. And they will say, the Yorubas, posterity will judge all of us anyway. So up north, the founders of religious fanaticism up north, the conflicts for jihad kronas, I'm talking about the Izala movement. You know them. They control everything that is mostly powerful in Nigeria. Seriously. Majority of those who control your agencies, your courts, your presidency, they are members of the Izala movement. So they said that those who are sabotaging Tinubu, they want power to remain in the north. Are you with me? Because according to their permutations, that Tinubu is Alhaji, married to a Redeemed Church pastor, Remi, and then bringing Shettima as his vice, doesn't really kind of solidify faith, as they would say. Then coupled with Tinubu's ill health, right? They don't think it's an ideal thing. They would rather just go with Atiku. So you know what happened? They said for the first time, Obi is an infidel, so they don't want to touch him. Forget that. Obi, we're talking about fidel now, not infidels. Sorry, we're talking about the real people that knows God, and not the rest of you. So they said that Atiku is northerner, is an Alhaji, and he's been very nice to them, and is sympathetic to their cause as well. It's okay, now let's put it into a vote. So they put that into a vote among themselves. It's Izala. So they now said 73 of them voted that they should all use their movement, all their connection, the power, everything, and move them for Atiku, which will start from tonight's Maghrib and Ishai, tomorrow's Subui, Maghrib and Ishai, the day after. Then when you get to the Jumat on Friday, same message, everybody will just receive them. Go. That is why, according to people, that is why they always conduct elections in Nigeria on Saturdays. It's because of the way these people wanted it to be. This is the way it works for them. Okay? But there is a problem. After they did their voting, so they counted the votes. Atiku, Tinubu. You may not understand what they are saying. I've already told you. So it's not long. Listen, watch this.
Azabi dan takarar jam'iyyar PDP Alhaji Atiku Abubakar wazirin Adamawa, lura da dalilan da suka bayar, an samu mutum 73. Sannan akwai waɗanda suka ba da shawarar a zaɓi ɗan takarar APC Bola Ahmed Tinubu mutum 13. Akwai waɗanda suka
Goma Jakuku and the Goma Bill. I mean, they shall talk to Atiku call or lead you. But they have leaders. Okay? The Ulama are the senior. So they have to review the votes. Person will score 3. Abi good afternoon di uku abi da shida biu abi nkosha yen Tinubu. They said when they check, I know that uku is 3. I know Goma shida Goma sha biu. Goma sha biu is Goma is 10. Goma sha biu is either 12 or 20. Goma biu. Ashiri na 20. Ashiri is 20. Talatin is 30. What is 40 again? Oh, I can't remember. I did Hausa, languages back then in secondary school. So I remember a few of them, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, God bless you. Atiku 73. So Tinubu Goma Sha Huku. Atiku Ashirin Goma Sha Huku. I mean Goma Sha Huku. Doesn't really matter anyway. Shahudu, that's 14. Anyway, let's leave numbers now. Number count, okay? So what he was saying there was that Atiku polled more. You know, they have already been saying that Northern Nigeria, as you are watching this video, true or false, they say they call something called alignment. Alignment to the interest of Northern Nigeria. And Atiku from Izala and their mosque and all their representatives got their backing. Well, anyway, the last time in 2015 they backed Bokuwari. In 2019 they backed Bokuwari. But their vote says they should back Atiku, but their leaders disagree. No. Muslim ticket is more acceptable to Allah. I Muslim, you know what I mean, Sha? I don't understand the language, but I'll come and interpret whatever interpretation I give to you, right? Just believe that is a summary, okay? And you believe it, okay? Anyway, let's go and listen to them. So they said, Tinubu they go support. Person we score 13 is Woody Ulama. The Ulama Motu are being conventional. Ulama. In Yoruba, they call them Ulama. It doesn't really matter. Ulama. Decided for Tinubu. So we are actually battling the wahala of endorsement in this part of the drama. I mean, just before their election, okay? Listen to them, or you may not understand what he's saying. A lot of you will understand, except me. Or somebody already interpreted this for me, okay? I'll come back and tell you. Somebody said the ulama, the animals. You know those animals that look like sheep. I mean, that looks like sheep, rather. Yeah, they've got this woolly, but they are those ones called ulama. I think they got bomb, or their wool makes them have bomb. So when they walk like they've got bomb, but they're like sheep. And that's what's called ulama. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So just say ulama, so that when you mention that, you will not be remembering the ulama animal, okay? Just say ulama, ali ulama. So the confusion and the wahala over endorsements, we also laced this week too, and talking about everybody taking off the whole gloves. Now, Princess, you can't be a teacher. Listen, I was reading your comment earlier where I was trying to remember my Hausa counting when I was in school, right? Which was the Goma, the Ashiri, and then a Talatin. I can't remember 14. I mean, sorry, 40. 30 is Talatin. 40 is not for Latin. 50 is not for Latin, princess. Okay, 60 is not Latin. There are children that might be reading. Do you understand? So talking about people now taking off the entire mask, Baba, in Nigeria, people will always sort of choose, or should I say vote, based on the religion, based on tribe, based on party, and then based on who is generous to them. Majority of them are not interested in every other thing you want to say that they should focus on. Do you understand? And that is why some people are now feeling like if the pastors in Nigeria are still yet to hear from God, when these people already grab the whole thing, una still they disguise, eh? Now people they talk that one or not me. People are saying that Nigerian pastors, they are disguising, wasting time, pretending that they don't want to say it directly. Yeah, you say go for anybody. You know what I mean? Like they want them to say Obi. But there is a pastor. There is a pastor at the Farasi. You know him? I think he's a pastor. I've been a reverend. I've been a bishop. They have titles anyway. So a lot of them have started speaking in tongues except for Ade Farasi, who says, I am not going to tell you what to support like these people did confidently. Do you understand? In fact, I am going to speak in parable. You know, when they want to confuse you, they will tell you they want to speak in parable. They want to speak so that you could go and find the meaning. LGBT. Okay. So he said he was going to speak in parables. And he said that dear David, so I don't know if that's the name he used. He said, the David that will come and save you is not yet, it's not contesting. So you need to keep and vote for another Saul until your David will come. But let me tell you what he's saying. His candidate is the person that they have actually built so much bond since APC Egbekegbe came to power. Na Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agboworin Baba Oja, you know him. Fake Pastor Ruga Oshibajo. Oshibade, they are good friends. So when Oshibade was running, it was kind of more like, you know, Ade Farasin was speaking loud about the nonsense going on and the rest of that. The moment then we Poshibajo, Oraimo called, Abba became statesman. When they speak in another, he said, I will speak in parable. Up north, those ones who are like, they will never let infidel lead them. Those ones who are going to threaten the people via religion, and they're going to carry out that threat, they are already making their declaration public and they are not hiding it. That is the statement of an average Christians in Nigeria right now. Like, why are they afraid? Baba, you will understand why they are afraid soon. On the 1st of January, the first message from this man that kind of got some of those obedient confused was when this one started speaking in tongue like this before what happened yesterday. Religion, politics, religious, election, APC will milk it and they will blame you for it. 1st of January, Ade Farasin, just a flashback.
I'm not PDP. I'm also not APC. I'm also not Labour Party. I'm also not YPP. I'm a statesman. And I promised you that in December, I would tell you who you should vote for by not telling you a name. December has passed. It has gone. But if you really want to know who I think you should vote for. Right now, the choices are slim. The best did not get there. Okay. No, it's not me, sir. I have no calling to be president. Kingmaker, yes. So what choices do we have left? Whoever can build an exceptional cabinet with exceptional people for about 10 key offices, which will not include chief of staff and secretary to the federal government. That would make 12. But your petroleum minister, your finance minister, your central bank governor, your agriculture minister, your security advisor, your defense minister, your justice minister, what else am I missing? Your finance minister, your minister of industry, trade, and investment. Those would be critical offices and a vision that they can all work with together in a collective exceptionalism to deliver on Nigeria's dream. So we're going to challenge all the presidential candidates. Bring us your cabinet ministers. We want to know your profile for each of these key ministers. Otherwise, we won't vote for you. In the meantime, that's one side. On the other side, don't put NSAS to bed. It's one of the greatest movements that has ever happened in Nigeria. You get it? One of 20 points, they have 19 other points. We need to get around with them everybody who's disappointed with the political status quo, and we need several strong men and women who know how to build a political party and who are void of corruption and who have a sense of vision. One man cannot build that party. You're going to need 6 or 7 of the type of Peter Obi, Yemi Osinbajo, Tunde Fashola, those kind of persons. Yeah, those kind of persons in the younger generation to build a party that will form a viable opposition. It will take more than one political cycle to do that. Because you can't just jump up and become the ruling party. You go through being opposition first. And that we must do. That's long term. But in the meantime, we need to make sure that we shape the next president before he comes into power, before he gets elected. Show us your cabinet. What kind of men are you going to employ? Are you going to settle political favors so that we get idiots in power who are only going to steal Nigeria's money? Or are we going to get people who are going to rebuild Nigeria? Hallelujah. I have a personal passion. You see this road, Lekki Slowway. There's a huge enterprise refinery at the end of it in Ekpe. It's going to cause such a boost to the economy of Lagos. But how will the economy work when you have a road that from Lagos Island to VGC takes 7 hours on a Friday? In the next 3 years, your traffic jam is going to double. You will spend 2 times the amount of time you spend in traffic. We need a coastal road. It should have been built 30 years ago. Every governor refused to build it. They may have had good reason. I don't know. We need a 4th mainland road that hugs the lagoon and then goes to Ikorodu, creating many townships on the way in the lagoon. Hallelujah. Then we need A and B roads that work, not the type that they deliberately put useless asphalt on it and it runs down after 1 year of rain. Then they have to do it again because they want a renewed contract. Yet the road, Alexander and Gerard, you won't need to tar that road for 30 years. Because it was built properly. Let's force our governments to do what is right. That means the gift to speak up, you must all speak up. You must all stand up and must Sorosoke in 2023. You must. And don't let one person speak up. All of us must speak up at the same time. And when they try to shoot your leaders down, don't let them. We're going back to the toll gate whenever the need arises. We will go back to the governor's house whenever the need arises. Peaceful protest, dialogue. Yes. And if we have to fight from America into Lagos, we will fight. If we have to go and fight from Britain into Lagos, we will fight. For however we need to fight, we will fight for the generations that are not yet born. Otherwise, they have no future. Hallelujah. I know how I'm going to vote. And my vote is going to be very zigzag. I'm not voting for one party. So know all your candidates. Hallelujah to God. There's one fine boy. He's going for House of Reps. I don't know his name, but I'm going to vote for him. Because at least I can talk to him. Sherry experience TE17. Let us sit down and talk what you are going to do with Lagos. It's simple. It's simple. And if they get too difficult, we will take over the local government. If they don't start changing, I will go and run for Etiosa or Ikoyobalede. Something has to change. In my father's days, Lagos was not like this. In Gowan's days, even though they had more money and they knew what to do with it, Nigeria was not like this. We have to do something about it. Don't wait for God to come. God is in you. You are the gift of God.
Did you see that level of Maradonic movement? I believe that some of you could see through his Maradonic moves. You couldn't really pin him down on anything. But he was speaking fancifully to our audience what they kind of love to hear. Let me put it this way. From the start of that video, he said it would take more than one electoral cycle, okay, to overthrow a ruling government. So which means he doesn't believe that APC Egbekegbe is going to lose or should, because a lot of you have no experience, including Obi. But don't forget what they have done to you. Don't forget NSAS. Don't forget to Sorosuke. Now, that is now more or less like is now speaking directly to the angry demography, the ones that actually feels like they don't want to have anything to do with this old establishment anymore. So he started saying things they would love to hear. Things like, this election, we must vote and all of that. That was January 1st. It's called zigzagging. Get you so confused. Let's sit down and say, okay, what do you think about what he said? You can't really say, but you remember what he said, but you can't really say this is what I make out of it. Because you can't say he's against people who want to get rid of the political class that have done this to them, the establishment. And at the same time, he doesn't want to say, you know what I mean? He's supporting it because to him, Nigeria is still Nigeria. After this whole noise and the rest, once the establishment comes and they crush the rebellion, the political rebellion, once they crush it, they'll begin to hunt those they identify as the friends of the rebellion. They will call you rebellion. They are already calling you names, Abi. For those of you who are not supporting APC or PDP, Abi, they already give you names, Abi. Well, a lot of you give yourselves names, different names anyway. So they know that it's a political rebellion, that you are attempting to uproot the establishment, put them in total retirement by putting them in disarray. That is something that is never done before, not like this. So if they finally crush you as people like the pastors like that, okay, who knows that they believe they understand the establishment very well. They understand the politics of the establishment very well. And they understand the relationship between the church and the politics. So he weighed this option and he started speaking in tongue. So a lot of people fancied him like, oh, I love this pastor. We are going to Sorosuke. We are going to vote to be until yesterday. About story change, oh. Adefarasin again, ladies and gentlemen.
The elections may not go exactly the way you want them to, if there are elections. Amen? They may not go exactly how you want them to go. But I want to speak to you in a parable. And before I do, I want you to take this admonition and go home and commit some time every day, even if you pray only in the Holy Spirit. And you understand what praying in the Holy Spirit means. And pray for a peaceful transition of power in our country. There are many forces vying for power, and you must be careful to ensure that God commits Nigeria into your hands and to your prayers. And if you return his word to him, it will not return to Nigeria void. So you must pray that we will have a peaceful transition of power. Here's the parable. Saul came before David. David did not come before Saul. Saul will come, and David will come after. And hold it for a moment. Saul was not all that bad. He didn't start out bad. He actually started out as a prophet. And he did a lot of good because he had half a heart. David had a whole heart, or rather, Saul had half a heart. David had a whole heart. And it was necessary that he come after. And so bear that in mind. Saul will come. David will come after. And that means while Saul is there, Samuel, that's your company, must remain in prayer and keep encouraging David. The throne always belonged to Judah. It was prophesied, I believe, by Moses. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor shall the lawgiver from between his feet. But David could not inherit the throne. I believe by Moses. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor shall the lawgiver from between his feet. But David could not inherit the throne until a certain fulfillment had happened. It's called 10 generations. I don't know what the fulfillment requirement is, but David is coming. But Saul will come first.
tó ti tírí wọn papọ̀ tó bá gbà tó bá ń lọ kó máa fi bùkẹ́lì yẹn sí lọ tó bá ti ń lọ kó máa. àbó kí mú ọṣẹ wá kí fi ta oúnjẹ fóun ọṣẹ 300 naira èmi náà lè ti ta rice 200 naira spaghetti 100 naira mo sì tó ń jẹ 300 naira fún bó ṣe wá sí nìyẹn o.
You bring up what to chop food.
Saul will come before David. Tinubu will come before 10th generation. 10th generation, okay? In that 10th generation, David will now come. But what, as in, when I was watching that video, initially I was like, I'm disobedient. They like wahala. Any small thing like this, even if you are using sarcasm, you get using sarcasm to say something, they know they understand sarcasm. But I know they do sarcasm with the obedient too. They go abuse, they go, they go enter you seriously. So when I started hearing that Adefarasin is playing a mind game, which one is Saul? She's this suffer, never tire people. Waiting you they talk, Baba. Which one is parable of Saul and David? Saul and David, are they not Palestinians and Israelis? I've been our Israelis. Where are they even from again? Saul and David. What you concern Saul and David with Mukaila from Kano, Abi Abdullahi from Zamfara, Ori Ogberu from Ibadan, Abi Najuku Emeka, Shukudi from Oweri, that are facing the scarcity of fuel, scarcity of food, scarcity of money, scarcity of leadership, scarcity of safety. Everything scarce. But you can't talk about Saul and David, 10 generation. You know what? See, one generation at 10 years, so decade. If they say now Saul go first to come. Yeah. 10 generation. If you start counting it from 1960, this is the seventh generation, sixth generation. So if you could generation marry 40 more years. Pastor Paul Ade Farasin, you are reading that from the book. Brought by who? Brought by the Anyway, the point I'm trying to make there is that when you look at the northern Islamic clerics and the way they see this Muslim ticket and the way they are ready to face it, including southern, some of them, or not all of them, southern clerics, because we have seen videos where people have said that it's going to be Muslim versus Christian, all thanks to APC, Muslim versus Christian. The likes of Ade Farasin or Mogbon, they say if you shake am too much. No, they say you don't need to shake am too much. They say if you just turn the camera around and you go to the back, his back, you will see the cob of Agbado there. Yene kuku Agbado, abishuku Agbado, corn cob, abi cob of corn. Talking about choices, and then how these guys are also, more people are still going to say a lot of things. So you've heard a lot of other things from other pastors too, right? No thanks to APC. They may tell you this whole thing has nothing to do with religion. No thanks to APC. As for Oyaki Lome, the man that told you that, see, religion, una they try, all of una will be so religious, and you have to deal with some of these kind of people. You are trying, because to some people, religion actually makes you dumb. Because when you want to think, you can't. Because I remember Oyaki Lome, the same Oyaki Lome that said that 5G network is antichrist and is something they are bringing to come and take your destiny. I mean, other things they told you then about G5. Abi 5G rather, 5G network. Meanwhile, the people that were telling you all these things said 5G is for coronavirus. It's 5G is for coronavirus, all that stuff anyway. But these days, Oyaki Lome delivered the sole message of 2023 elections differently, and then the person is asking his own followers to follow. Obedient was so happy. The way he presented it, even though it wasn't bold enough, like their Islamic counterparts that are rooting for the Muslim ticket over Nigeria. He was talking about the Bible, okay? And he said the person that will be the president of Nigeria, his name is in the Bible. Omo, come and see wahala since yesterday. First, the obedience said, the person whose name is in the Bible is Peter, which is Peter Obi. Afibata won Lagos Abobaku di Oshogbo Alimajiri did their own research, and they realized that in that same Bible, Hamd is the name of Hamd, which they translated to Ahmed. In their editing, they also found Bola in the. Anyway, it's all about how they are using religion to play different mind games among themselves, even though they will tell you it's not about religion, okay? This is Oyaki Lome's message about the candidate running to be president in Nigeria. Even though Izala did their own, they did their own elections. Atiku and Tinubu, they are Muslims. Now, Muslim ticket or Muslim Christian ticket, no, this one will work better. This one we know well. The one where they shake like hand fan and the rest of that, right? It may actually be a good investment. We have a brother that is going to be that will be the vice president and possibly the president. And don't forget, our brother said he will be in charge of security. Tinubu will be in charge of economy, which means our brother will be the de facto GCFR. Kolu will just be Kolu. So where's your president? Where's your commander-in-chief? Shettima will show up. And I mean, we mean the one president, the one with the poster. Oh, you mean Kolu? Oh, he's receiving treatment inside the old people's home, the ass old rock. So it's kind of a good political positioning, if you ask me. But when it comes to the Christians, they don't get delivered. Now so parable. Now so Judas and Saul. Now so Rock at Peter. And so something that happened in Palestine in 17 BC. And the rest of all those things. Just to tell you that no support Atiku, no support Tinubu, support Obio, they no fit talk straight. And like say it straight. I don't know if it's just me, Sha.
A wicked spirit of darkness. And this spirit was a mocker. Today, when I was praying, as I was praying, the spirit called him a name. I was surprised. Because he said, the jackal is cut off. I said, jackal? I thought I knew the meaning of jackal. I had to go into the dictionary to find what is a jackal. I said, why do you call him a jackal? What is a jackal? It means a trickster, a swindler, and one that operates in behalf of another for the purpose of deception. That's one. So in the spirit, the second one, I said, what about him? What about the second one? He said, if you let him get in office, you will have no country. I said, Lord. He said, you will have no country. You will have no country. You sell your country. You have no country. Then in the spirit, I saw the third one. He was afraid. He was afraid he might win now. He was afraid of losing. He didn't want to lose. But he was almost scared of winning. I said, Lord, Nemesis, pray. I said, God of heaven, give him wings to fly. Listen. When it comes to elections, because of the sensitivity of, some of our position, because I said they're all children. The third one, his name is in the Bible.
Shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
thank you, Lord.
What shall I
lift up my voice in praise. Oh yeah, oh, what I know, you are always there for me. Yeah. Almighty God, oh, you are my only Lord. Forever when they say,
say how we praise our Lord. This is how they were so happy. Is Peter Obi? His name is in the Bible. Just say it. See, God. But you know when he started, he said, God, when he was praying about all of them. You know the part that actually got me, not the last part, so where they say, hey, they are so happy. The part that really got me was the opening, the beginning. When he said he was praying, and God, he was praying over, and the first one, that's Tinubu. He said, God said, Jakal. I was like, oh, God. Jakal. I had to go and check it in the dictionary. That what is the meaning of Jakal? Oyakilo, man. Me, I was reading your Rhapsody of Miracle, Rhapsody of Miracle. Different series. So you wrote book, your wife wrote book. Oh, you don't know Jakal when God said Jakal. Anyway, I like the drama around it. The second one, God didn't say much. He just told him that he will sell your country. Is that not what they are all saying politically? Our pastor took power for a while. Oh. Let's be honest. Oh. When I was younger, oh man, I used to actually I will keep, there's something called almanac calendar, CAC, and the rest of them, right? Then other churches started printing stickers, okay, with paragraph in the Bible. They will quote them. So you have to claim them. For example, if they say this year is going to be your year of multiplying, okay, so you can claim it and say, this year I'm going to multiply. You may not have an idea of what you want to multiply in, okay, but you just have to say it when you get that sticker and the rest. So I was one of those who actually were keeping them. Then I started reading things like testimonies. Then I started reading stories inside the Jehovah Witness, you know those, they have name for them, Jehovah Witness book, that you'll be reading stories from abroad. Somebody in India, they lost everything, and then God touched, and or they left their profession and they became this and that. So I was reading all those things. Then what really fascinates me about some of those religious texts back then was that when they would be predicting things, you know what I mean? Things like there is going to be war all over the world. Okay? Some president will die, or former president will die. There will be coup in some Africa, part of Africa. There will be tsunami, or there will be all those things. I didn't know that one of the right way to be a very, very respected man of God in Nigeria. Now to read the current affairs. Read current affairs, read about weather, read about conflicts happening all over the world. There was no internet. Some of them, they subscribe to different international magazines, right? Stock market magazines that they get delivered to them. They read them. So when they go into the podium and they start mentioning places, start mentioning things that may happen. Stock market is going to go up. It's going to break. Some people are going to lose their money. And all these things, they are not available in the local media in Nigeria. But they are there. So they are reading them. They will come out and say, there is going to be, like it happened in the times of Jeremiah. There's going to be earthquake in 2022 or 2023. Now, person where don't read say they read about tremor. Tremor don't they happen for Tokyo. They don't read them. There may be earthquake in China. There may be earthquake in this and that. The person will now say, oh, yeah, let us pray against earthquake. Then earthquake will happen. They will say, Pastor Jeremiah said there will be earthquake But we should pray. You know, Nigeria is not prone to some of these disasters, Abi. Anyway, over time, I was one of those who were like, I would believe them. Say, man, man of God. Powerful man of God. Wow. He's so intelligent, so vast. God speak to them and all of that stuff. So then the Pentecostals came. Those Pentecostals, those ones started reading big grammar to confuse you. Oyakilome. Where's that one that is at Oregon? Oyakilome is at Oregon. There's this other one that speak big grammar like that. So you would have to go and read. By the time you go and read the meaning in the dictionary, you'll be like, wow. So he's talking about how God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And he's saying catastrophic Armageddon or something like that. Anyway, I'm just saying. All of this doesn't make you men of integrity. So it makes people like us just sit through them like, oh, more. Oh, now, boo. If you they read, and you they use today, you're not supposed to read too much, okay? Social media, internet are there for you. Oh, more. A lot of you will call me and you call me Baba Gio. You know they give me credit to you supposed they give me. Sometimes when I talk, in fact, if I have an auditorium where all of you have to come in, sometimes if I talk, you have to be like, And then many times you have to clap for me too, because you'll be like, wow, sense. Or maybe you won't, because you just be like, this Mayegun is better watched. It's better you watch him on screen than to see him live. All these things he's trying to do is like he's trying to brainwash. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be struggling to convince you, right? It doesn't really matter. So talking about the candidate or no candidate, they say one candidate no get money, the same way you believe that he has money. He's not as rich as you think. But that's not true. Like I told you earlier, that is not true. Because if all of you remember there was the time that if Tinubu went to the palace of Ataoja for Shogbo, I believe, or Timiofe, I don't remember the palace per se, but I have the clip. And he told them that people saying he was coming to Osun State to annex Osun to Lagos so that he could take their money, they were so stupid. They don't know him. He has all the money in it. Osun doesn't even have money. Osun doesn't even have money. He's richer than Osun. I'm richer than Osun. You don't have my money. He told them. And that was 2018. Just a year before majority of the Buhari idiots renewed their slavery certificate or slavery contracts. I just want to remind you, all right? Because I'm going back to politics now. And then I'm going to take you to Abuja, like usual. And I'm going to round it up quickly as well. I want to take calls. I want to hear from people. But Kolu is richer than Osun State, a whole state. And that is the man that Remi Tinubu said is not as rich as you think. Maybe he's making mouth anyway.
Continue. But àwa wo ọmọ yín tó tún ní lárí Gbóyèga Oyètọ́lá máa fà léyìn lọ́wọ́ èèyàn tí wọ́n fọkàn tán ni ó lè má ga ó lè má sọ̀rọ̀ but ọgbọ́n tó wà lórí ẹ̀ encyclopedia of finance. Kò dẹ̀ ní gba rìbá tó ní jí yín lówó tó bá jẹ́ owó ló wá kó jókòó ṣèkù ẹ̀ lówó ẹ̀ lọ́sùn o ní òkú yín o. Ilẹ̀ ní ojú kábíyèsí tẹ̀rọ a máa fi sọ ilé ìtìjọ. Wọ́n lè máa sọ pé Jagaban aṣíwájú ó wá fi èèyàn kan ṣàjẹ́lẹ̀ ó wá fi nǹkan kan mo sọ fún ọ pé ìlú lè wá ní gan-an obìnrin o kábíyèsí mi tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ níwájú yìí ẹ lówó mi ẹ má máa jí ṣùgbọ́n kí n ṣe dáadáa sílùú yìí kí n ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ká fàwọn ọmọ yín ṣiṣẹ́ ká dáṣẹ́lẹ̀ síbí àǹfààní tó ń gbèlú dìde tó ń gbèlú jìnnà nìyẹn ká rí ọmọ tó pọlọ ẹ̀ pé tó jọmọ tí yín ká ní òkè lọ sílé kó o lọ ṣe nǹkan ribiribi kó o ṣàǹfààní ẹ̀tọ́ fáwọn èèyàn ẹ̀. àdúrà kí ọmọkùnrin epo délé ó ní wọ́n ń wí ó lẹ́dẹ̀ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wí ibẹ̀ ipò yẹn lọ́lọ́run fi ń sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín ló máa kérò epo wálé o ká fi Oyètọ́lá ṣe nìyẹn ọmọkùnrin dé ó kérò epo wálé fertility torí Èkó láti tẹ́ ìrà ó kò dojú tì wá kò dojú tì ẹ̀yin náà kò bà yín lórúkọ jẹ́. Oyètọ́lá tá a tún ní kẹ́ ẹ gbà tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ ọmọ yín ni o.
Yeah, that happened. Aregbemugbó Baba Kabiru, a former commissioner under Tinubu in Lagos, was made governor through a court order financed, bankrolled by Tinubu. Now, in a space of 8 years, Osun State became bankrupt. And to date, it was the only state that was declared bankrupt out of the 36 states in Nigeria. That happened. Workers in the state, right, were rearranged. There were those who have to be paid full salary. And there were majority that had to receive a certain percentage of their salary, why the state, because the state can no longer pay them. Now, the state became so broke before declaring bankruptcy that while the rest of the states in Nigeria received their allocations from Abuja, the debtors, or the creditors should say, the people that gave Aregbemugbó Baba Kabiru, that gave him the money, all they just pay the allocation of Osun State to the creditors, I would say. That is the credit of Tinubu and Aregbemugbó in Osun. This Oyètọ́lá happened to be Tinubu's cousin. He was also managing as one of those that he gave job to in Lagos. Right? Okay. Oyètọ́lá will not be accepted or voted for. But the story of an inconclusive election that marked that election the following day or 2 days after that video in 2018 ended up making Oyètọ́lá the governor. And Ade Jackson, Ade Dancer, the dancing senator, who is now the dancing governor, was robbed openly, publicly. I mean, we saw all of that. Omishore, the man accused of paying and mobilizing the people that killed Cicero of Esauke, late Chief Bola Ige, Omishore, ended up having to join the APC within a week, made a deal that ended, just before the conclusion of their inconclusive election. You know the old drama, I'm just saying, just flashback. So if somebody now come out today to say, Tinubu no get money, I mean, come on. Anyway, it's a political talk. Because even Tinubu himself will say, normally if you ask him, Tinubu, what do you think?
All classes, you know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name.
That's Kolu. And to some, listen to this guy, right? Shegun Showumi. He actually had to say, something that could explain to you why genuine Yorubas will never be seen associated with this guy. Trust me. Yeah, they are loud, but they are not in the majority. They are not. Maybe, no, they are not.
That you will not tell me, you knowing fully well that you are not at your level of vitality that you were before. You couldn't see any of our sons who nobody could have accused of making Bababolo Balabili. Is that how Bola used to talk when he was younger? So why did Bola become so little? Are there no more young men that have vitality in the southern part of this country? Even in Yoruba land that he could have backed at his level. I expect Bola Tinubu not to see immortality in presidency. I'm not happy that he chose this responsibility not at the prime of his capacity in terms of strength. Nobody needs to be explaining to us in Yoruba land that, oh, he's brilliant. We know. But what about when he's no longer at the normal state that he used to be? Do you want somebody to come and do Yaradua for us?
And listening to us. Nigeria, APC from top to bottom.
Oshoni, Ajeni, Elebologun ni, Amanisheni ni, Afaimanisheni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Àmín Olúwa. So APC, Egbekegbe have been conducting different nocturnal meetings, they call them. The meetings that is kind of caused by Bokwari, Mr. Top to bottom. But they couldn't say it to him. Their party chairman, who is also part of the plot, was seen in a meeting with the APC governors. Then he was to meet Malamu. Don't forget what I told you last night, yeah? Don't forget that. So we expect them to either call their bluff and then still want to hold the election as you think, yeah? Or since the damages has been done, just agree with them. Or you let the old note and the new note coexist. Make the confusion could finish all of you completely. I'll show you. They had a meeting. He had a meeting with them where they where's I again? Right.
Now, I'm sure you are quite aware of the fact that the meeting comprising of our governors, APC governors, the leadership of the National Working Committee of our great party, APC, was summoned for this afternoon. And we have had discussions. And at the end of the discussion, we have resolved as follows. And this resolution is without prejudice whatsoever to the case that is lying in the Supreme Court at this point in time. This has to do with the issue of currency design. We note very seriously that the program and its implementation is causing tremendous difficulties to people of the Nigeria and the national economy. That we urge the Attorney General of the Federation and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to respect the Supreme Court's order of interim injunction, which is still existing. That the meeting urging His Excellency Mr. President to intervene in resolving the issues that are causing these great difficulties to people as they can.
See, just imagine something, right? Imagine what it is like with among them when there are no cameras. Knowing that the reason why they are sitting down there, talking about the Supreme Court judgment or not judge and all of that stuff, was because their supposed leader, Buhari, decided to throw all of them under the bus. But none of them sitting down there could actually be bold enough to say they have told Buhari to please save us. He's the only person who can actually save them. But they are calling meetings, they are calling press this and that, ignoring Buhari. That's the communique anyway. Talking about communique. ADC. There is a party called African Democratic Party. No, Democratic Congress. ADC. Anyway, they came out today to say they have endorsed Peter Obi. And a lot of the obedient were so happy. They're like, oh, that's lovely. I mean, that's how it should be. Everybody should come together, collapse your this and that for, you know what I mean? And they stated their reasons, by the way. But the presidential candidate of the party came out after that to say, no, I mean, if I tell you the whole story, if I tell you the waiting my party do me, before they finally decided to now do this to me again. But like I said, it is better for you not to find yourself in the dragnet of the obedient. Or at that point, it doesn't really matter. Instead of people to pity the guy, let me tell you the guy's story. The guy said he has been funding the party for a time like this so that he will run for president. Now, in the process of funding the party, they now showed him the Nigerian side of politics. He realized that there are factions. So when he came, he was taking care of, the people he was taking care of, they are like a faction. Other people are saying, no, you are just wasting your money. Oh. Now, to now reconcile them became problem. The allegation of fake dollar, fake money started flying. What happened? This inconsistency, wahala, now led to the day they want to do their primary elections. This guy, with the executive of the ADCE, has been funding. They were conducting their own primary elections. Of course, they expected to return him as the candidate. So, under an arrangement that he was going to pay the delegates, okay? So something happened. They paid the delegates in dollars. That was when scandal broke. Kilo shele. Amakpa Shuku ni o. We go kill you if anybody see. His name is not Shuku. I'm just using that, okay? They gave us fake money. Now fake dollar. This guy. Wala sha became so. Wala yen sha poor. Pressure poor. That the guy came out that it was set up. Number one, he didn't give anybody money. That whoever collected any money, it wasn't from him. But we saw you gave. So I never heard anything about them since then, until today. When I came across this video, like every other video. And it's the endorsement of Peter Obi by this political party that decided to throw their presidential candidate under the bus. And the guy is not having it. And the obedient, not nice. The guy will probably be in a state that, if you have followed this, so I'm serious, so you know what happened? Instead of the obedient, so they were just, you yourself, you the contest, somebody where they have been seeing his posters everywhere since. So which voice you are using? Is this your voice? How come you are using? Is this your act? Baba, no pity, no joy. But this is what triggered it. The ADC endorsed Peter Obi. That was the rider. That was the news. And this is what happened.
Men who can lead with a fear of God and integrity and fashion a new Nigeria for all of us. Young, old, men, women, able and the vulnerable. Having personally perused and compared the principles in the manifesto of the Labour Party with my gubernatorial manifesto for a new Abia, I have no doubt that Mr. Peter Obi is prepared mentally and physically. For the job of overcoming our paradoxical underdevelopment and cultivating a new Nigerian personality for us here and now, and for our children unborn, because our children will ask us, what did we do today? We share philosophy and manifesto with Mr. Peter Obi in the area of education, women, health, youth policies, as well as traditional institutions and traditional rulers and culture. Fits my idealistic pluralism of a leader with conscience who will hear the voices of the aged, vulnerable, groups, and physically challenged. He remains our preferred candidate.
And that was the endorsement. Until a few minutes after, been a few hours after, the supposed presidential candidate of that party came out to tell his own side of the story. It's not long. And please, let's show some sympathy, show some, you know what I mean? Don't laugh. Don't make it look like, easy. Are you with me? In fact, I don't know why people actually subject themselves to this kind of humiliation anyway. But don't worry anyway, listen.
I've said very clear that INEC has strongly damaged and frustrated my ambition. But in any political race, it's never over until it's over. We never know what can happen. We have a week to go. I like to say that I had a very, very difficult campaign because of what happened within my party. My initial plans were to be able to go across Nigeria, talk to Nigerians. My party was factionalized and divided. I had no one in most states to represent, to receive me wherever I wanted to go to. And it's presented a big problem. I try to take my message to Nigerians, and when I speak to you guys, I believe I'm speaking to Nigerians as a whole. I believe that helped me to propagate my message to Nigerians wherever they may be. And I strongly believe that as events continue to unfold in Nigeria, that Nigerians might wake up and begin to see that they need to go in a different direction. I've long told you guys that before the elections, something will happen. We are seeing that unfold around us today. And I think that whatever will happen, that God will use it to redirect Nigeria in a different direction. If that will help me as a candidate, I don't know. If that will help Nigeria, that's what I pray for. But I clearly tell you today that I'm not out of this race. I'm running this race to the very end. If anybody expects that they will hear me before the elections say that I, as a candidate, I am endorsing, I am pushing for, I am aligning another candidate, then the person is sorely mistaken.
Dumebi, his name is Dumebi. In 2018, 2017. No, sorry, 2016, 2017. When I was, the usual, like talking about these criminals and what they are doing. And only if people can wake up, do something and fight back and push back and take control and the rest of that. So now, we go start, I encourage people. So we started a political party. I thought I was starting something that will inspire the people that are victims of a rigged system. We call the political party Green Party of Nigeria, GPN. I spoke, I spark, I spoke, I spunk, I spark, I spoke, everything for 3 straight years. I motivated people in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, telling them that this is so simple, this is this and all of that. Yeah, all my people join, especially in Ogun State. We got to a stage whereby all local government areas, 20, we opened secretariat. We said, hey, now your own. You can, yeah, you. What's your qualification? You know if you become House of Assembly, can't you represent your own people? Can't you just, you know what I mean? So we can't spend money procuring forms for them, getting clearance for them, until they were actually submitted to INEC. It's just like this too. A week to their election. You know what happened? The party chairman, the person that's supposed to be the state chairman of Green Party, Ogun State, young man, struggling, former student union member, Nancy, Sapu, Sansi, and other funny names they give to themselves, all those young political jobbers. Most of them, they never graduate, by the way. No. They don't want to graduate from school because that is their career, that is their life. Student unionism. Anyway, this one has one. I was like, Aluta. He said, Aluta. I said, that's our chairman. You know what happened? A week before the election, now our own party candidate, they're not party members, candidates. Now them go they fight for APC PDP tag to be agents during the election. You crazy. You are a candidate now, you are contesting. We thought you people in the diaspora said you are going to bring money. We thought you said you are going to give us money for the election. I don't understand though. I don't go back to my people. Hello, Mayegun. That candidate for Jewa Noti, is now campaigning for APCO. I say, lie. Hello, Jare. Hello, bro. Hi, bro. What's happening? How are you doing? Are they cook malemo? Are you preparing for Saturday? Baba, preparing, Bawu. Since I didn't hear from you now, Baba. So me, I thought we are not doing it again. Happy we really, you are a candidate. I never cast your name. Go on to their website. You are a candidate. You are not a member. You are a candidate. I know, Baba. Because everybody is asking me that, okay, how is it going to be and the rest, but there's nothing. I was waiting for my poster. You say you are going to do poster for us. I say, Chori Party chairman, Friday before election, state chairman of Green Party, where Mayegun belong. He started texting people in the WhatsApp group. We have senatorial, we have local government group, we have ward groups, we have a leaders group. They love to open groups anyway. They are so used to it. If you try to start anything in Nigeria right now, they will tell you. They will open WhatsApp group for you. Hundreds of them. They are so good. That's what party chairman started sending messages into that group and started, for those who come from the Ogun West, he started sending messages to them and said, hey, all of you should go and vote for PDP. Otumba. And so then call me, Omo, Amy, So if I tell you not to get yourselves involved in their politics, except if you are planning to actually make money from their politics, don't lie to them. I beg. No, they lie, say I get one plan. Sure, you get me now, so just forget that. Omo, party chairman, that we have been taking care of, all of them, any small thing. I just said I should call you. I've been trying to call Abimbola. Abimbola is not. Why are you calling her? We are having a chat. Meanwhile, that one would have told me and said that Mayegun, this person is asking me for money, and he said I must send the money before evening. How much? He said he need 30,000 naira. His wife is having some operation. He would do operation. Said that's it. They are just tapping and tapping here and there. Baba, election caller. He said he asked the candidate for 40,000 naira. That she promised. She said, yes, I'll give you. But he's been trying to call her since morning. And he needed that money. So she didn't give her the money. So where the candidate, the PDP candidate that he was telling people to go and support, guess what? He was sending the message to the WhatsApp group from the bar, the hotel bar of another candidate of another party. They were drinking. They gave him drinks. Okay, it was where they were drinking. Election call out. Tomorrow is election. Where they were drinking, it was there. He grabbed his phone and texted the WhatsApp group of Green Party, his own political party, and told them because the party candidate didn't give him 40,000 naira or 30,000 naira back then, that he promised that she promised him. Said everybody should go. You know what I mean? That's how ridiculous. So pity that guy. I don't know why anybody want to put themselves through that. I just don't know. This is me. Okay? I don't know. It is so corrupt that everybody is shouting PDP, APC. But guess what? God damn it. Everybody's just waiting for their own chance and turn. If you get carried away by all the sweet talk and the rest, you they go Galu. I'll be waiting with that guy. Wait till that guy talk that time. You they go Sanga. This particular Sanga is not going to be a Sanga where they will lock you up somewhere. You will be locked up and you will be a walking prisoner, a walking free slave that is not free. Right? Sorry, I'll stop there. I actually want to take calls, and now I have, so if I'll spend myself, anyway, I'll still take calls. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, okay? So if you're still here, and before you leave, you can actually still like this video, share it, subscribe if you want to, okay? But when I get back, I'll start taking calls. I'll take one or two, then I'll call it tonight, okay? Don't go anywhere. Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I just lost a caller who was waiting. So I hope you'll be able to call back anyway. That I missed you. I mean, just sorry that I lost you. Okay. I have another person on the line. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
The Prince Jejeman. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you, Baba?
Well, I'm here. I'm surviving. Thanks for asking.
Well done, Baba.
Thanks a lot.
First of all, I want to thank our lioness in the house, Princess. You know, I want to thank her for her immense work she's doing.
Well, thanks for thanking her. Yeah, she can hear you.
And also, I want to thank every member of my good diary supporting the Yoruba Union.
Thanks so much. And thanks for your own support too, because you have been one of the supporters. You are rich. You are also like saying thank you to. So yeah, thank you to you too, Prince.
Yeah, thank you, Baba. Yeah, I also want to thank the non-Yorubas who are supporting. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. So, Baba, thank you for the good work. You know, we're enjoying
thanks so much. Thanks so much for indulging me. Because you know something, right? A lot of people will sit down there, and sometimes I do ask myself, like, I don't know how all of you feels when you sit down and listen to me and my voice and the rest, yeah? And most of the time, like, people will sit down there for 3 hours. Man, I'm not supposed to thank you, seriously. But yeah, it goes both ways. So thank you.
Yeah, unique. You must know that you are unique. For people to be with you 3 hours,
3 straight hours, Baba. Or more. And we are talking about thousands of people. This is not just like fringes of numbers, though. So yeah, it goes both ways. So yeah, thanks so much as well, Prince.
You are doing a great job, Baba. You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Know? So I want to rewind back to this. You know, in Nigeria, 1 + 1 is not 2; it's equal to 11.
Yes.
You know, it's 1 + 1 is equal to 11. That's Nigeria for you. You know, the other
corrupt.
Honestly, the other guy that came the other day you showed on your program.
Yep.
I was asking for Pastor Anesha to give him back the tithe money. You know,
that guy who said he is no longer interested in going to heaven.
Exactly.
I don't think he got his money, and he will likely never get the money, except if he wants to go to jail.
I don't. Well, it depends. You know, Nigeria. As long as you have money, you can get away with anything. That's why they hustle to kill, to do whatever they can to get that money. But the guy, I support him anyway, whether he gets his money or not. I support him because Jesus Christ brought grace to us.
Yes,
His grace that brought to us, and nobody could keep the law. That's why Jesus came, so that we might have grace. That's what we are told through the word of God.
That's right. Okay? That's right.
You know, so
hallelujah.
And that tithe was that tithe is a product of the law. Okay.
And it is like covenant. It is the covenant between you and God. But it's just that Nigeria are hard right now. So if somebody feels like I don't want to go to heaven anymore, I don't think I'm surprised. But yeah, it's meant to be between them and God. You are not supposed to get it back. Sure, you get.
That's the thing is that the Bible says, "Don't let what you are left."
What you're left gives you your right. Yeah, you should not tell them.
Know what you are. So it's supposed anything we are doing is supposed to be unto the Lord. Okay, but you see this the way a pastor introduced a tithe card, that guy can get his money back logically.
It's got something that looks like a checkbook, but is that the tithe book? Yeah, it's got record. He said, and it says not like it's too much money. It's not that the church cannot afford it. It's just because now, before you reach heaven, okay, you get debt here. Sure you get. And if paying the debt here, we deny him heaven, blessing go sort when you get there. And I would think like that too. See, if anybody they hold me money right now, I'll remember them. Trust me. Don't be so they be when you don't get money. When you put your money inside your hands inside your pocket and it's empty, you begin to scratch your head and say, did I forget money? Did I buy something and not collect change? There's somebody who owe me. And then you begin to remember. And I think that's what happened to that guy. About pressure day. A lot of people are saying there's pressure in Nigeria right now. Pressure day.
There is serious pressure, but the point I'm trying to make is this. You know, giving tithe card to people in the church is not right. Okay? Because that tithe card, you are not automatically you are monitoring the people. Because if somebody gives you a tithe card and you write the amount you are paying there, automatically they will know what you want, what you are earning, everything about you. That person is knowing it. Okay.
Right.
Why? It's not unto God again.
I think they just want to make sure that you know what I mean. In the book of life, sure you get that it no go make sense. May you die now after doing all of that. They can't look for your name. In no day, there's how much you pay. They no write it down. I think they just felt that you should have a book for that. Oh, you mean that's gonna make it easier to trace how much they are worth?
No, see, this one is the book of pastor, not book of life. Book of life belongs to God. Okay. Is a different book. Okay.
Right.
And pastor has no. If God told you that you don't supposed to see what the right gives.
Yeah.
Because it's willingly. Yes. So anything you are giving to God should be willingly. Nobody should make it compulsory to you.
Yeah.
You understand? Like the way they do today, they make you into go and borrow money to.
But they don't force anybody. Let's be honest, though. Now only intimidation that they use. So they say if you like give, if you like no give. Now you go just suffer. Waiting day when you live for hell. We did this art.
No,
you still get to the sky there. You still go to hell. But you go reconcile. I'm just trying to make you see the other side of the whole thing too. Sure, you get the prince, but they follow you. They go on.
You know, when I was in Nigeria, you know, the church I was attending, the pastor told me that if you don't pay tithe, things will tithe for you. But it's their life.
That's the kind of threat. Yeah, you know, they don't have to touch you.
Yes.
Sure.
You understand? And that can make someone, you know, to be doing that with fear. But if you are serving God, you don't have to serve God with fear. You have to serve God as a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you, 100%. A lot of us are listening.
But when they now use that kind of manipulation, I call it manipulation. You know, then if it happens that it's Nigeria because Nigeria is a monitoring demon and ancestral demon.
Yeah,
they go to church to cast. Yes, Nigeria is the problem of everybody because you can be dealing with a company. Nigeria will make the company fold. Right. Automatically, it will begin to affect you and your family. Then when you go to church, they will tell you it's their people in your village doing you. It's ancestral demon, is monitoring demon. But it's Nigerian, you know, politicians and the president and everybody, all of them are the witches and wizards. That is what Nigeria.
God me bless you. I know. I get
you. Understand? So the people have not understand these tricks. Do you understand? So when you carry that problem now, go to church now. Because if you go to other Babalawo, you must see something for you. You must drop something before you go.
No, it's a must. It's a must. Yeah.
So it is. And because of many has taken advantage of, say, tithe, you must pay tithe. Many has gone. You have gotten many fake pastors today. You understand? And
taking advantage
tithe,
of
now
the people.
They are taking advantage of the people. This tithe, they make it as a law. Tithe shouldn't be the thing that it shouldn't be a law. You understand me? In fact, it is with Old Testament because it comes in the Malachi. There they say if you don't pay, you're a robber. You understand? Jesus Christ didn't force anybody during his time to pay tithe because he came with grace. Do you understand? Under Jesus Christ, all you should do that is acceptable to God is to make sure that you do charity. Charity is the basic thing.
It's
help people around you. Help people around you. Church will be, if you go to church, give offering. That is normal thing. If they have need that you see, just like as Baka was telling, Obi told him, show me project, and I will take the project. And he said he was trying to take the money from Obi. You understand? Obi knew that
is very important, Baba.
Obi know that at times if he drop that money, they may not use it to do that particular thing they are asking for. Are you getting me? So it's why. So that's what I'm saying. Is a basic need.
There is a general belief as well, right? There's a general belief that God doesn't need our money. Sure, you get. But for his mission to succeed on that, that mission needs money, which is true. So God may not need your money, but your pastor needs your money.
No, you see, when you do the right thing, God will make the money come. Do you understand? Why people also? Yes, if you do the right thing, God will touch people that will support what you are doing.
But you understand? But when you are not writing or Prince, you see, when I was growing up, you see all these religion stages. You will agree with me, okay? Those who don't make money, now them they get old factories.
Follower.
No, hang on. They get old factories.
Okay.
As church headquarters. You know, they're everywhere. Then close factory.
Yes.
Turn them to church and the rest. Now those will get money with that. They get their targeted audience. There are those who are also very much looking for shops where they're supposed to sell Coke, Fanta. They will take them to small chapter. You get others, which they don't get money for shop, to get money for anything. Okay? They found open ground. And they call them where God they decide. Meanwhile, it's just to call you to come and build the place for them and the rest. But for those of us, we say, because me, when I did small, I suffer Baba. I beg no be competition, because anytime when you tell people say, oh, if you know what in my eyes see when I did small, oh Baba, I suffer, small thing, the next person will tell you, your own suffer no reach mine. Then another person will say, see the two of you, combine your two sufferness together, it no reach half of my own suffer. Then another one will come and say, so I don't want to make a sufferness competition here, but you get what I mean. So we get our own people with this vision for us too. People we poor, we don't get money. Now on the street, you they meet them.
That's true.
Abankede Igbala, Wankede Iwosan, Jesu lo wole to yin o. Now those ones they see small wishes. They say, you see this small, you see this girl, wish they wish they eyes. We go do 7 river, 7 washes for this girl. If you give us 15 naira, I will come and do it for you. I've done it for so many children. There are wishes around there. Now people like they don't tell me before they be wish. They tell me say, you see this one, Loju Konko, this one, it gets spirit where they inside them. The spirit is no good. I can't tell you how many times that they've taken me to streams where water they flow like that. I say, if you wash up, you get one time, Prince, don't laugh. I will never forget this. And he actually lived with me for so long in my life, right? I was a little boy. So they said, when you wash every bad thing within my life, where they make me look like wish at that time, now wash out. You know, so when you wash out, I don't know if you do me or do am. If you wash out finish, the water they go this way. So which means actually they wash out. The string where they go back, they take all the bad thing away. So when you finish, you don't use the sponge. You go do like this: 1, 2, 3. You throw them back. No look back, They don't want me, I don't do all the bath, everything. I would never forget it. I can't remember how old I was, right? Almost I do 1, 2, 3. I just flung them in front. We knew it. We knew that something is wrong with this boy. How dare you try for front? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Say, I hear you forget your life. But what I'm trying to say here is this. We are all victims of a ruined system that pushes us to the hands of all these hustlers. And they can tell us all scary stories. Many of these stories actually live with people for the rest of their lives. Some will tell you the reason why I can't make it anymore is because they tell me, say that thing, Make I no put on for street. I make I no put on for a place where pregnant woman go pass. So as I put that thing down, now so one pregnant woman they pass, I know say my life don't finish. That's why I know if you may come. There are people who live like that in Nigeria, not knowing that the system actually ruined them. Like you said, we were pushed to the hands of all these people who now promises us God will do this or that. Prince, I enjoyed that, by the way. But it's my life story, true life story. Okay?
Honestly.
I've told you, if I open my back for you, you will see all incisions where people no one make a die when I did small.
My they don't show. They don't show you. You know what?
They show me
you know the one with the best me. You know Agbalomo. You know Agbalomo. You know Agbalomo now. For my village, all the Agbalomo where they there, and the one they pay me pass. They don't cut them down.
Because they get spirits. They
say a bad spirit is there inside. Or more Agbalomo they sweet like anything. After this, they do all this deliverance. So still, Nigeria still hold everybody. Nothing don't change.
How come the other spirits can't hate us like that? It can't be like saying, "I will go live with the spirit for the rest of our lives." And it's unfair. It's not fair. It's not fair on people. It's not fair.
Maya, you know the funny thing. When you leave Nigeria, enter abroad, all those spirits go disappear. They don't go remember you again.
Papa, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Nigeria don't.
From the day where when I first landed, today I would look around. I'll be like, "Come on, this place is so dirty. I'm on look at all this thing that." When I first landed, nothing surprised me where they make me. They do wow, oh wow, no. Everything where they see just to make me angry. Say 28 years of my life, 28 years of my life, I was made to believe everything Nigeria gave to me, the limitation and everything that comes with it. They make me believe that I must belong to this or know this person or know that person if I really want to lead a good life. It doesn't matter what I have. And everywhere I look, I just get so angry. You know what made me more angry is because I had to do a lot of dirty jobs to survive before I could be legally be able to fend for myself. And there are millions of people like that. And there will be more millions that are still going to be like that as long as that place continues like that. So from that moment, Baba, I became so angry. I mean, I've shared this story before. I used to be very angry. I used to be very angry on my program. I used to curse all the time. And people be like, why are you cursing all the time? I say, but later I realized that.
I'm telling you. Honestly.
It's frustrating. Prince.
Honestly.
It is so good to hear from you, okay? Thank you so much. Let me take one more call.
Thank you, Baba.
And we can call it tonight. Thank you.
I enjoy your interaction. I
did too. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, good evening, Mayogo.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
I'm very well. Thank you.
How is the family?
Well, we thank God. We'll say we are fine. Yeah, we're grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Chuks. I'm calling from Canada.
Say that again. I didn't get that.
So my name is Chuks.
Chuks.
I'm calling from Canada.
Beautiful, Baba. Yeah. It's good to hear from you again because that actually really rings bell. Okay. So thank you for joining me again. Yeah, you're live. Please.
What you're discussing with this guy don't really kill me here.
You were laughing there, right?
It just reminded
because
me.
A lot of you could relate. That's the point. Sure, you know, a lot of you could relate with all I said. Even if it didn't happen to you directly, you could relate. I say, well, I remember that kind of thing when we were growing up. Yeah. You know? But look at that.
When I was a child, when I was growing up, I was having all this fever. You know, when you have this fever, uncontrollable fever and all that, and your temperature goes up, and before you know, a convulsion. My sister, who was a nurse then, you know,
a nurse.
She wasn't at home. She was a nurse,
right.
You know, so she wasn't at home, and I was having this problem. You know, these people who go and tell my mama saying, you know, all these black spots, you know, they go scratch all those black charcoal, all those things. Call me Samoy. Come paint me because I did say they go come paint me like black, made those things.
Make your mates made them deny you. You know that one? Because they don't want you, they don't want your spiritual mate to take you away. So they have to apply something all over your body. So then they will reject you. So even though you are going to cry and say your mates have rejected you. But later, you have nowhere to go or to stay alive with them. Our parents try.
You know that it took only my sister. My sister just came back and saw me looking like something she couldn't just recognize. She was like asking my mom, what is this? And my sister was just explaining to me that this guy's temperature is already high. The pulse on him, instead of you to put him in cold water and all this thing, you will use oil to even cover the pulse where the.
So it's like you are just adding oil to it to roast him. All you have to do now is just to watch him begin to melt. They watch you melting. Oil everywhere like this.
Oh boy.
Tell me.
Imagine 2 years, 3 years old boy. What do I know?
You know the funniest one? I don't know if you remember, right? My mom, my own mom, right? After doing all that kind of thing, right? She would then decide, they would say they should do Sahara. We call it Sahara in Yoruba, right? That is, they should give some food, like fruits, to children so that they will all eat the fruits, okay? And that will make me feel well. And they did a lot of that for me. My mom, I mean, every now and then, they didn't want me to die. They took me to a place called Kobomoje in Ibadan. If I open my chest, you will see all the bigger mark they put there. If I open my back, they put them there. They didn't want me to die. Just like you said, a sickly little boy that nobody could tell what was wrong with him. It must be spiritual. Guess what? A lot of us didn't make it. Remember, a lot of us didn't make it. There are many of our mates that didn't make it. They died.
Just like that.
Sure, you know.
Well, Mayego, thank you very much. You're doing very well.
Thanks,
please, in terms of Nigerian system, there's something I want to chip in so that other people call. Mayego, why is it that the so-called Britain that colonized Nigeria, they came to Nigeria and amalgamated every other person.
Yes.
Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and yet Scotland, England, what are other two?
No, we have Northern Ireland. Then we have Wales.
Why is it that they didn't amalgamate all of them together?
Thank you. It's a very good question, though, with a very straight answer too. In fact, that's exactly what they did with Nigeria when they handed over to Nigeria during independence. They model Nigeria, like that of United Kingdom. The Northerners, they were supposed to be the English. Okay. The Easterners, they were supposed to be the Scotland. Right?
Okay.
The Westerners were supposed to be like the Northern Ireland. Right?
Okay.
Then until when they started talking about creating the Middle Belt region out of partly Northern Nigeria and partly Southern Nigeria, which ordinarily would have made it 4 regions. Okay? And these 4 regions would have been independent country because remember, Eastern Nigeria was autonomous. Western Nigeria was autonomous. Northern Nigeria was autonomous until 1966. Remember? So they did that. But remember, whatever they did with Nigeria, Baba, it was not because of Nigerians. It was for commercial reasons. So in 1966, when they stopped that independence constitution, the one that gave power to the regions, as it should be, right? When they suspended that and they moved back, the people who planned that counter coup, when they moved back up north, they were planning to move away from Nigeria. They don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore because you know what? Nigeria was already divided along that line. That if any of us chose that we don't want to be part of it anymore, we could leave. That was the arrangement. But as good as it was, Baba, when that arrangement got truncated, remember, Good or bad, it wasn't in our own interest. It was in the interest of the England and Britain. So when the new guys who did all that, the counter coup and the rest happened, they saw the opportunity to align with them as long as the interest of Britain is still protected. And guess what, Baba? Finally, Britain didn't actually take side until 1969. Okay? And it was because their interest became threatened due to what they are getting from Biafra at the time. They would need to pass through Nigeria to take them out. So if they can't take them out, they will just align with Nigeria. But the bottom line is that we did this to ourselves. But it is to the benefit of Britain. The day we choose that we don't want to be together anymore, Britain can't stop us. They're just going to look for another partner in us that's going to protect the interest of Britain. People didn't know that yet. But Britain can't divide Nigeria anymore. They don't have that chance anymore. But trust me, when the people are ready to actually go their separate ways, Britain will just look for another partner within us. Right. Baba. Sorry, I don't know if that answered it.
Very much
that's my own understanding.
You answered my question.
Did I?
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, you did.
God bless you, Chooks. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, that's a good one. Because that's what I believe. Okay? As Britain is today, they will give Nigeria weapons. They will give Nigeria money. Okay? Because the interest of Nigeria is the interest of Britain. If tomorrow the pendulum swings, and there is no longer this centralized Nigeria that people could just do as they are doing right now, trust Britain. They will move with any of those parties that will align with their interests. And it's because we haven't really got people genuinely, okay, who could push that yet. But it has to start from home. That's my own belief. Hello's there.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine.
Sir, your voice is very low. I don't know if it's just me or...
Well, I need to...
Can you hear me now?
Anyway, I just want... I can hear you.
Oh, loud. So I can hear you too. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine. So what is happening in Osun? Who's the governor of Osun now?
Adeleke, at least.
Adeleke. Well, he's not functioning as well. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't hear anything from them. It's been quiet with them there. But...
See, Baba, you know something, Osun Takoko, I'll tell you, politically, if they hold election in Nigeria this weekend, and Tinubu becomes the president-elect, trust me, you can begin to tell Adeleke to start counting his days. Because we are talking about Tinubu here. A non-democratic progressive that is presenting himself as a progressive, yeah? Adeleke can start counting. I mean, I don't know what will happen, but you can bank on what I just told you now, sir. If the pendulum should swing that way, Buhari will be a saint to what Tinubu will do. And I'm saying this beforehand anyway, sir.
But everybody's been quiet now.
And now they're waiting for Saturday.
We're waiting for Saturday.
They are waiting for Saturday.
The people have said he's no longer the governor of the state.
No, he is. So, by law, right? It's only the tribunal, right? It's the tribunal that said it didn't win. So we still need to go to the appeal court. Then we still need to go to the Supreme Court as well. So, and you know that if APC is still in charge, it should just forget it. Well, I don't know. I mean, so I don't want to make it look like the Osun people that believe that they have escaped from Tinubu's spang. I don't want them to feel like, why are you reminding us now? Why are you reminding us now? You will know the reasons why the real owners of Lagos, the real citizens of Lagos, the real the reasons why they continue to be spectators when it comes to the affairs of Lagos. And only those who came from outside Lagos are ruling Lagos. You will find it out. Let Tinubu become your president first. You will find out. Buhari will be a saint. Baba, saint Gidi. Baba, imagine a world, imagine a life that you will wake up and say, Omo Buhari better.
Because you know what? Actually, at times when I think about it, so look at what he's saying regarding Lagos. He talk about Lagos as if he was one that founded Lagos, that founded Lagos.
He is the founder of Lagos.
People before him.
Nobody before him. Nobody. In fact, all of them before him, including Lagos being the state capital for over 80. I'm sorry, almost 80 years from 1919. After the amalgamation of Nigeria, they moved the capital to what do you call it? From Zungeru, I've been away to be that place. They moved it to Lokoja in today's Kogi. And then in 1919, it was finally moved down to Lagos. That's when, sure you get. Meanwhile, Lagos was already a colony since 1890, 95 or so. Now, all of this, Komata Baba, Lagos started happening in 1999. Anything before, anything you say contrary to that, sir, you are not a true Yoruba. Because that's exactly how the Lagos Abobakus thinks.
I think that's what they think, and that's what that's what they're saying.
Lagos didn't exist before then.
Umar Romino at time when they start talking as if Lagos belongs to these people.
Right?
And if you look at them properly, sorry to say, well, that's why we're all Yorubas. That's why we're all Yorubas, right? That's why we're all Yorubas. Majority of these people is either Ijebu or this or your people.
Not true now. She not be Lagos again.
Well.
She not be the same Lagos. We know those who are Omo. We know those who come from what they call it Araoke. Right? But it has nothing to say whereby we are all Yorubas. So nobody really cares, right? Because we are Yorubas.
We are all the same tribe. We believe we are the same tribe. But the way these people are going about it, it makes me scared a little bit. I must tell Tinubu as a person. He makes me scared a little bit because the way he talks as if he only Lagos, he do everything.
You wait now. Wait till then make him president. A lot of you as Yorubas, I'm saying this beforehand though. I know we have pride in us. Sure you get. And a lot of us have been brainwashed enough to say we can't release some certain things in public. It will be the time that being Yoruba, in anything they mention Nigeria, Baba, it will be something like a shame that you'll be like, I'm ashamed that I'm a Yoruba man. Why? Because of Tinubu. Are you wishing him evil? The people that are not smart, they will never be smart. Sir, when we were talking about Bokwari, they said it's because we didn't like him. It's because we hated him. I said, what happened to those of you who love him? Is your love not enough? 50 million of you say you love them. Abi? Few of us, Abi, you say we are willing willers. People like myself. If my criticism is the reason why the rest of you are suffering, Una should check yourself. If you say because they don't like them, that's why Nigeria is not working. What happened to those of you who love them? What happened to your love? Is that not enough to make life better for you? Emma Tonrayi, sir. Let me share my answer for me now.
Because I don't normally that's how they call themselves landline. I mean, when you think about it, are we now fight between ourselves or war? Because you cannot demarcate between to say, okay, what about their worries and the rest of them that they meant there?
I'm telling you.
And
those
guys are just nearby people and they came.
No, they don't matter. What about the Igbos that were Lagosians? What about Hausas, Northerners who are Lagosians? If you are the third generation of your own family in a place, Baba, are you not? I mean, I'm putting this straight, okay, using the same context.
I know, but it's not what because I agree. But the point is because this Northerners as well, you can't do all this in North. And there's
actually what I want to point out, sir. You know what I wanted to point out? You mentioned our worries. You mentioned other people who are like the real owners of Lagos. Then I'm saying they relegated all of them. Same way. Those who have also been in Lagos, that same Lagos for 40 years before Tinubu at all. Many of them today are called outsiders. But you just mentioned their worries now. They in Lagos State with Tinubu and Gango. Well, I won't say much. They are there.
Although I know those people that when it comes to real things at times they do come out and say, look, we know ourselves, and there's a limit you can do all these things. But it's just that those guys go to a limit where they can react at times. They still have to come out because this is giving me some. I must tell you, it's giving me some concern. I don't just know how I'm feeling with this all these codes and what have you. Normally, that's what they say. And it got to a level we know who's who now. The way things are going, and now the legislative scatter in Lagos. That Lagos will be divided into several possible states with different factions.
Well, there is this guy, sir. I don't know if you have seen the video. Elegushi, that guy called up by Elegushi, that guy that came back from the US, made a king. Oloritun lason. Person maybe Oloritun. You know, I'm not sure if like is Oloritun are the leaders of Adugbos, street leaders. If you are really something right in Yoruba land, you'll be Bale of this community
kind of stuff,
and this place. But in Lagos State, where Eleko, the person that they believe that is the overall king of we need this trio. So many people believe that Oba Lagoon, that is Oba of Eko, is actually the king over the entire Lagos, which is not true. He is a king in Izala Eko until Tinubu decided to lift him and make him look like he's the king of overall Lagos, right? Now, this small hamlet, they brought this guy and they made him.
Are you talking about the current Lagos?
This is current Lagos now. I'm actually taking him to I'm actually taking him to this Elegushi guy. You see this Elegushi guy? Okay. It was made a king.
Okay.
And there is no history of anywhere called Egushi or Elegushi in Yoruba. There's no history like that. It was meant to be an area. But you know why I'm saying this?
An area, yes.
You know why I'm saying this? Now, this guy selling land in Elegushi and all those areas is made a lot of money. Tinubu's boy is now talking about the history of Yoruba land by saying Lagos State is not part of Yoruba land. And if Yoruba is going to have a Yoruba nation, Lagos State is never going to be part of it. That we should go and do your nonsense Yoruba nation elsewhere. Lagos is not part of Yoruba land. You won't believe it, too. And he was saying that as a king. So that's why I went that is. I don't know if you have heard that. I don't know if you have seen that. Have you?
I've not heard that too. Is that from history? Do we did that in history? We the little one we did in secondary school.
Because history Yoruba koko tó ń jẹ́ Elegushi. We have the Aworis. We have
Baba Kola tó kú lẹ́sẹ̀ndì Baba Oyeko ọmọ lámọ̀ pé ọmọ Èkó nìyẹn. We learn about this people Baba wọ́n lé ń gbà kan yàrá came back to become a king. We all know that.
Wàhálà ti wà. But anyway, the whole thing should end this weekend. Tó bá ti ju weekend yìí lọ, I will advise everybody to brace up. Sure you get. Thank you so much, by the way. Let me wrap it up. Sir, I have enjoyed my evening, okay? And I want you to, please, if you are just joining us, okay, you can just rewind this and watch it from the start. Or if you have already been with us all night, don't forget, you can still like this broadcast. Like it, share it, and then, subscribe as well. Somebody wants me to tell you the history of Eko. Baba, just read the history. They are not in any way, conflicted. But there are so many things that has been introduced into that Obaship and all of that in Yoruba land. We have political Obas in Yoruba now, in Yoruba land. They have nothing, no connection to the history. They have no idea of their own history, and then they don't give a damn because they are political Obas. So the tradition and the rest of that they love to brag about, they love to threaten you with that. Don't talk to a Kabiesi like that. So do you think everybody that they put a crown on his head is actually a real Yoruba Oba? Read your history. These charlatans, political Obas, they were planted normally to model up the true history of the Yoruba people, as well as your history, your own history, And if you are confused about your history, right? If you don't know who you are, trust me, you can be anything they want you to be. That's exactly what Nigeria is doing. And with the help of the likes of the kind of obas you have in Yoruba land today, the political obas you have in Yoruba land today, it's just like you will be mourn the tragedy that has befallen us as a people. And then they are called the custodians of tradition. Unfortunately, this mad, these mad opportunists, called the political obas in Yoruba land, they probably would well, anyway, see, the truth is this, okay? For those of us who actually know the tradition, the history, the who we are, we can tell you, the Darudakpo, and every other thing that they have introduced, into our traditional institutions, which has made a lot of us, right? So, not so available to give this eye service respect and what have you to criminals by their words. You shall know them, they say. I'll stop here. Okay, I'll see you some other time. So thank you very much for spending your evening with me again. And until the next time, remember, like, share, subscribe. And if you don't like all I've said as well, if you have subscribed, take it away, please. If you have liked, take your like. But to the brethren in the temple of truth, you should have a wonderful night. Yeah, and I'm going to see you some other time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.